you will talk in a very formal way, you will add some respect and all those things, right? So same way, like for each project, what kind of project you are going to take, like how long the project is going to be done. And more than that, like always the project involves two things, as you all know. One is time, other one is money. So time and money are very biggest thing, because like somebody needs immediately some applications ready, because they can't wait for a long time. Say for example, you started a company, and you want to sell some dresses, or like fireworks. uh, so you can do it only at the time of Diwali. You can't sell a fireworks like crackers and all those things during Pongal or Ramzan or Christmas during that time. So because most of the crowds will buy fireworks on Diwali occasions. So if somebody asked you to create a mobile application for a online fireworks ordering or a crackers ordering shop, so if you are going to take some 3 to 4 months time, and they may be thinking like the application will be ready, and they ordered you before some 1.5 months of Diwali, and there is some bugs and issues happen, and finally you are delivering the product almost during New Year or after Pongal. So uh, nobody is going to get use of that. Maybe next year he will use, but whatever he wants to done on that year, the target all got collapsed. So one, you lost a good client, and second one, I don't know whether the client may pay you money, or he can even sue you and he can ask to give some money from you, because for the loss what you made for him, saying like you will create a software. So time also matters a lot, and money. Like if somebody is asking to give a software for 5,000 rupees, and you end up in some 15,000 rupees, then the person will say like I can't pay you for extra 10,000, and you will be ending up making a loss. So how the money is involved in software? So you are sitting in a home, you are going to create a software, okay, fine. But when it has to go to the global client, you will be hosting in some environment, so you want to pay somewhere for a server space and all those things, right? So this is also a money involvement. So time and money matters a lot. So when these things come into picture, um, to have a best time and to have a quality money, you want to select the appropriate development platform, which we call it as language. So in this side, like when you say Java or C Sharp, these are two major languages which is there for a long time. And whenever you select a language, you should think in other ways also. What like if you see, like whenever you buy a car or a bike, you don't just go for a new one which came into market. You will go for something which has a good review, and where your family members used, and where your friends or someone used, and you will ask for a review, like how is this bike, what is the mileage, and how much maintenance it cost and everything. After that you will go for purchasing of a car or a motorcycle and all those things. Similar way, like whenever you try to adopt a new language, and when you get stuck, you don't know like how to make a pop-up button, or when you click on a button I should show a pop-up. So when you approach some people, there should be someone who can help you in that situation. So there are many forums, online forums available. But if you see, like for C sharp there are huge, for Java there are huge. If you see for F sharp, F sharp is also a language, like compared to C sharp or Java, like very few people are using. Like when you say less SQL language, there are many forums are there. So whenever you go and approach someone, there will be people ready to help you at free of cost, because online forums all free. Anyone can go and participate. Anyone can post the questions, and someone can answer you back. So this is also one big constraint. So when you adopt a language, you should understand all the situation. And whenever you go, like if you're going to take up a Java or C sharp language, you can just go and search in Google, like what is the query to traverse through a number, how to sort an array, all those things. When you put in Google, you can get some support and help. Whereas if that is going to be a new language, the number of contributions for those languages will also be less. So if that is the cases and constraint, you want to take all these points in your mind before you getting into any language. And overall, all the languages are going to be similar, whereas Java and C sharp has very good support for hoops, and they have many concepts, and they are there for a longer time. and there are multiple versions. Day by day there is some development going on, so they are knowing many things, and it is there inside those things. Like whatever you want to achieve, you can do with Java or C sharp. Whereas compared to a small language or a new language, there will be some what to say, like there should be some adjustments when you want to adopt some technology into that. There may not be some support, there will be some limitations, right? So when you consider all these things, if you know the base, if you know how to do a problem solving, if you know how can you understand, try to understand the basics, then all the languages are going to be easy. And to answer your point, yes, Java is also an easy one. You want to understand the core concept, and you want to know like which is used where. Like for addition of two numbers, you can have an integer to add two numbers, or you can have a double, or these kind of data types to add, or you can have an array which will store values, like having a group to store. um, to further drill down and say an example, when you buy a vegetable from your nearby shops, your mom or your sister or you or your brother, someone will carry a small basket through the shop because they know how much they are going to buy, or they will go with a free hand, they will take up a cloth bag or something like that, and they will come back, they will provide it in the shop because they know they are going to carry only some 5 or 6 onions or something like that, less than 1 or 2 kg, so they can carry and they can come back, so they know how much they are going to carry. Instead of that, like when you want to do a purchase for a marriage, you can't take a small handbag or small cloth bag to go and get a market, right? You can't go with that kind of small bag. So that time you want to take a van or a tempo or something auto to do that kind of purchases. So you know this because of the experience. Similar way, when you are going to add two numbers, you can use a small handbag kind of things, or plastic bags, or a cloth bag, something. So similar kind of things, you can use a smaller data type to add two numbers. Instead of that, if you it is like if you're using a complex objects, like you're using, okay, I know data structure, so I am good in data structure, so I'm going to use one linked list and another linked list, and I'm going to add two numbers like that. So you are going to waste your memory, and you're going to waste the processing time, and everything you're going to waste. Since it is a small code, instead of using int here, you're going to use LinkedIn, linked list and all those things. You are going to make something complex. So this you have to understand, and this will come to you by experience or by learning. Like everyone will look at you and they will laugh. Like it is an example, you are going to buy some half kg tomato. For that, you are taking a tempo and going to that mark vegetable shop and saying like, hey bro, can you give me half kg tomato, and you are going to keep in autumn. When you come back, everyone will look at you and you will laugh, right? So similar kind of things will happen in a software industry. When a fresher comes, like they want to showcase like we know everything and we have no like complex objects and everything. Instead of making things simple, they will just for projection, they will make it very big and they will end up into trouble. So this kind of things, it comes via an experience or from learning from your seniors or by doing much more code practices. So overall, again, the answer for your question, yes, Java is easy to understand. If you understand from the basic, it's good and easy to understand. Any questions? It's happy Friday, I know. Are you still there or all? Okay, from Nitish, what is bug? Okay, before I'm explaining what is bug, like any doubts from this, and who is the one who asked like is Java is easy to understand? That's a good question, because like everyone will have, right, like whether I can understand this programming language, whether it is easy, whether I can go for Java or I can go for something which is easy, like that everyone will have a mindset. So that is a good thought to ask in this forum, so we can discuss on that. Can you understand what the concept I told for this question? Yes, no, anything? Okay, Regine. Okay, next, what is a bug? Okay, what is a bug? Hmm, what do you feel as bug? Something which is bugging, right? So what I'm doing, I'm just taking a bike and filling up a full tank of petrol and taking my girlfriend. I'm driving to some hill station, which is like 2 hours drive. It was so much heavy rain. I'm going there and just I'm going to a viewpoint and I'm sitting there and it is so calm. I just want to spend some time and I want to talk and I want to enjoy the environment. It is like drizzling rain and all those things. You feel good, right? Like to go for a long ride and go with your friend or a girlfriend or a boyfriend and sit in a place and enjoy that weather, that atmosphere, that valley. It will be so fun. And because for that you have spent a lot of time and you're spending some expense, like petrol is somewhere on the rocket high, so everything you have, like almost like 4 5 hours after that you are going and sitting there to enjoy that moment. Suddenly if there is a mosquito, like there are a set of mosquito which is coming and it is buzzing in your ears and it's coming keep on biting and you don't have a bug spray or anything, how the situation will be, whether you can enjoy that moment and what all you spend for the time to go and enjoy, how the moment will be. Is anyone got such kind of experience? At least you can answer for this, whether that is a joyful moment or okay, I can fight with mosquitoes, still I can do terrible moment. Yeah, Uday, is the worst time of the life. Yeah, so that's not a good moment, right? Like you done everything perfectly. You took someone, you took a bike and your bike never got any flat tires or puncture, and you took a right route and you are enjoying the weather and you're going and it was drizzling, it was a valley, everything is perfect. But suddenly a bug came, like a small mosquito, and is buzzing, biting, keep on biting, keep on biting. Finally, what you will do? Nothing. You want to cancel the plan and you want to go somewhere else. Yeah, Nitish, I got. uh, so that's what, like how that bug seems to be a smaller one, but it spoiled the entire thing, right? Like end of the day when you ask your friend or a girlfriend or boyfriend, they won't say like the enjoyable ride or you spend so much for petrol and you went there and everything. When someone asks, right, hey, how was your trip yesterday, hope you had a good time, they will say no, it was horrible, it was terrible because the bugs were biting us, so nothing went good, like that you will say, right? Yes or no, Nitish? So the bug was very small one, but it spoiled the entire plan. Same way, when you create a software, say like I'm creating one app. The app is like to get a stock market app. So how stock market work is like if you see suddenly a Reliance share, it will be for 10 rupees, and within some 30 minutes or 1 hour, it may suddenly go up to 100 rupees. So whoever buy the stock at 10 rupees and wait for 1 hour, and when they sell at 100 rupees, you will get a profit of 90 rupees, correct? So this is an application given to you. I'm giving this application to create for you, and you have created that application. Now the app is ready. So what I'm going to buy, I'm going to buy a Reliance stock for 10 rupees. I have a stock. I'm waiting for a time. It will suddenly go to 100. Then again, it will fall back to some 30, 40, and 10 or 8 something. So what happened? Say like around the afternoon 2 p.m. I got a stock for 10 rupees. Now I'm waiting. Around 3 p.m. it went to 100 rupees. I'm very happy. I want to sell that stock. Okay, I have got some thousand stocks, say for example. So I want to sell this stock at this time because I can make a huge profit. So I'm trying to sell that stock at 3 p.m. But suddenly what happened? There is some bug in my application. Suddenly my mobile app got crashed or something. It got restarted. Okay. And after 315, like when I again open like 305 or something, within some few moments, when I see the stock which went until 100 rupees, it suddenly dropped to 2 rupees. So what happened? Like I already got some hundred and thousands of stock, right? So now if I want to sell, that's it. That's not my mistake. It's that there is a bug in that and it crashed. Maybe like how whenever you write a program, there will be some error, like okay, system out of index, null exception, and the null reference found. and all those, they like divide by zero, some error was thrown, and that made you to exit the program. Similar way, there are bugs will happen, and you came out of that app and you can't sell. So what is the loss? Who has to be blamed here? Whether that is the mistake of the guy who is sitting for 1 hour and watching the market and selling, or is the mistake of who tested and who created the application? Whom you will blame? Someone can answer. Creator, correct, because creator, we are believing him and we are adding that app and we are doing, but it is creator mistake. Now I can't go and fight with him. And most of you have experienced at around I'm not sure like whether 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock you will have a Tatkal ticket booking, right? So you wants to go for some hometown or somewhere tour, and you are waiting to book a Tatkal ticket because tomorrow your friend marriage is there. And as soon as when you go and book, and suddenly the payment get failed, even though there is money in your bank and something is happening, you will get irritated, right? So that is called a bug. There is a small mistake or something goes wrong, maybe optimization, or when multiple people are trying to access that server, the server don't have a capacity to handle such a big crowd, or whenever you try to do something, it can't handle. There is one small mistake in that app or a mobile application or web application, whatever, it is stopping the smooth process or a successful process to happen. So that we call it as bug. It is actually defect. Okay, bug is a common word which is used, but actually in the technical term, we will say like defect tracking, defect matrix, and all those things. So whenever a developer create a code, every week or every month, as a project manager, we used to create a report. Okay, this guy has created these many tasks. Okay, like he worked for 40 hours this week, and out of that he created two bugs, like two mistakes he done, and the testing team has found out that, and now he is the one who created, right? So it will come back to him. You want to fix that. So 40 hours he worked for normal working task for a week. Okay, plus he made a mistake there. So there will be like two bugs will be added, which will take around the 8 hours to work. So per day, 8 hours work. Per week, Monday to Friday, 5 hours, sorry, 5 days. So it is 40 hours. So I will assign him a task on Monday morning. So he will work from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So he will work for 40 hours. But at Friday evening, a tester will test something and they will say like, hey, whatever you created, there is two mistake in this. I found the mistake. Can you fix this and give? It is already Friday evening. And we already in the mood of weekend, and you are ready for some partying with your friends, but you can't do because Monday we want to deploy the application, correct? So what will happen? They want to fix those two bugs. Fixing a bug is like a mistake, right? You want to find whenever you create a college program or something, lab program, when you see like something is not working, you will try to debug and you see, right, what is happening, where I did a mistake, like that. It will take somewhat more time. So if he's going to fix the two bugs, it may take, say for example, 8 hours. Then he want to sit on Saturday and he want to fix it, then he want to get out of the office, correct? So some people will stretch out on Friday night and fix it and go. Some will come back on Saturday and they will do. So this is how like you can see many IT guys, they will sit on weekends and they will be working and they will be saying like, there is a bug, I'm debugging and I'm fixing the bug, and all those terminologies you were heard. So bug is nothing but a defect which is created by the developer. Okay, bug doesn't comes from somewhere else. Unless and until there is a virus injection or something like that, any hacking, bug doesn't comes from external place. It is how the developer created. There is a small mistake. It will spoil the software. So we want to fix the bug before we give to any of the client, because there are some cases like this kind of I told, right, like stock market all. So for some apps, like if you're using their apps and if something goes wrong, they are liable to pay for you. So they don't take a risk. And financial sector also, if, sorry sir, we made a bug in the application so that instead of 10 lakhs in your account, there is only 10,000, like that, will you agree? No, you will take them to court and you will legally penalize them, right? So similar way. So in some industry these bugs are considered very much high. In some industry it is all okay. It can be adjustable. But as a software developer or a project manager or a tester, your code should be bug free. Is that answer your question? Okay. Any other questions? What is a glitch? Okay. Okay, these are like fancy terms what you see in and like nowadays in day-to-day activities. Glitch is nothing but we can't say that as a bug. You are trying to do something, but it is not happening. Okay. Uh, like at least for bug, I can relate and say glitch is some hiccups or some problem it is happening, and they say like, okay, there is some glitch and it not happened like that. So how exactly to say, like you are trying to do, okay, you created a program and you are running in your machine, it is working fine. Again, same example, like addition of two numbers, and when you take that same program code and you are taking to your friend machine, we are running the same Windows machine, same configuration as you are having, and he also have installed all the software. But when he tries to run, it is not working. So whose mistake is this? Like, can I say like it is a problem with your code? I can't say, because you have a proof like it works in your mission. So what will happen most of the times, like a developer will create one method or some application in their mission, and when they show the demo, it will work fine. Next, they will do for testing. Testing will work fine. Everything in the local. Okay. So when they try to push that to production, production means what we will say it is the live environment on the live world. We will take and put that in the internet server and everyone can use, but when the client is using, it won't work, it may get failed. So what might be the issue? Whom to blame? We can't say it's a problem with the code, because code was done properly, it is working in a developer machine, then when it is pushed to some local server, a tester also tester, it is locally working fine. When it goes to some external server, it is not working. So somewhere when you find and suddenly one person is checking and saying like, okay, there is a firewall which is blocking this, or there is some antivirus which is thinking our code or our functionality what you written in that code as some virus or something it is accessing, and that is stopping, which is available in that server but which is not available in our office environment. So this kind of things, which we call it as glitch. Okay, something happened there, but we don't know how much to spend or what to spend or what exactly the problem happened. So they use this kind of terminologies. Is that answered your question? Okay. 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 So what do you think about metaverse, and what is penetration testing? Okay. Uh, Metaverse, what I think on my personal, I don't want to do any comment on that, but on the metaverse thing, if you want, like I can just understand something and I can explain you like what exactly you're looking for. Because each thing and each platform has their own interest, everyone has, right? So if you ask me, I love coding with iOS and Apple softwares rather than an Android, because there is something like which I worked on an iOS and Android both, but I feel something as good, something as bad, like that. Metaverse I haven't worked before, so I can just go through that. I can update you maybe in for further classes. Is that okay? Okay. Uh, so what is mean by penetration testing? So they usually call it as pen testing. Okay. So penetration testing is mostly for what they will do. They will check for the vulnerabilities or something security hacks in any of the software. Say for example, like you are creating one software application and you are hosting somewhere, and somebody tried to hack that software or doing something very big hack. That is fine. Like you can't create a software which is like not hackable or something, but very much simply it can't be like misused. Say like you are getting an Aadhaar card number and you're storing somewhere. Okay. You are getting a mobile number you are storing. So how many of you are aware of recent penalties and GDPR related things all. This is not so much technical. This is all came in news and in WhatsApp. It is all done. There are some major companies, mostly the social media giant companies. Uh, they sat in front of some political congress and they have been explaining the situation. Okay. So let me say I will say that story first, then I will come to pen testing. So what happened, one of the social networking giant, one very big company, where most of you and myself are part of that uh, social networking site. Okay. So what happened, like they questioned that owner, like what all I exactly don't want to say the name in an open forum, so I not ready to mention the name. Okay, Nitish. So like many companies came, like one company got so much famous in that issue and even their stock got affected. So what happened, they were using all the data from the user. They told like our application is free of cost, but people started posting photos and their locations, and they started putting some input. So what they are doing, they started collecting money from the companies. Like now if I'm saying like some hotel in Chennai as popular one, many people started writing reviews and saying like I enjoyed here, I enjoyed here. This company, what they took the data and they're showing like, see, we are popularizing your hotel, you want this to be shown to all the people, then you pay me this much money. Like that they did. But what happened, like people are not aware of what data they are using and how much data they are consuming. So what is happening, like say for example, I am posting about me, about my wife, about my kids, and about my family, where I'm traveling, where I'm coming back, and all those things. It become a habit for me to post, and people started looking all those things. And someone is like, okay, I'm saying like, hey, I'm going to check some land today, I'm interested in buying a land, like that. So some guy is looking in that and they are started approaching me, like, okay, hey, you told like you want to look buy for some lands, like I have some lakhs of lands available in ECR, like that they are saying. So people started thinking like how whatever we do, like people are getting to know and we are getting some related calls. Like when you say like I'm going to travel for next week somewhere to Delhi, like that, and suddenly some travel company is calling you and asking, you don't know like how it is all related, like that. So what these companies are doing, they are extracting not all the data but some related data and they are selling it for external companies. So this become very big issue. And they told like European nations all together, they decided to make some governance. So now when you see, even whatever site you go, there will be one button which will be highlighting, do you want to accept all cookies, like that. Before some 2 years these kind of things are not there. Whatever site you go, there will be cookies, but nobody will say like we are using cookies, we are collecting this much data from you, like that all they won't say. But that GDPR and all those governing bodies came into picture and they started like which data can be used and which data should not be used, and which data you can collect and which data you should not collect, like that they came to know. Even if you are joining some organization or you're working for some organization, they will have your resume. So as per this norms, if you leave that organization, the company should not maintain your data, they should delete all your data. So that is where implemented in European countries and America. I mean, India also, in many parts they started implementing this. So now back to your question, penetration testing. So now you created a software and you are trying to collect all the information from the people, like, okay, what is your age, what is your preference, what movie you will watch, and what is your Aadhaar card, and all those things. And you are loading all the data, and that data is just like that wandering somewhere. And if I try to hack that and take one Aadhaar card number through that, and if I hack something and if I take money from their linked account, then who is responsible? That either you should have properly informed that user, like you are going to hold this data and you are going to keep somewhere else, like that. Because someone hacked, you never hacked, but still because of you, the credit card information or the Aadhaar card, everything got out to a hacker, right? Because you not maintained your database properly, you not maintained your security properly. So that's, you are a creator who made a mistake, so they can take action on you directly and you are responsible for that. So to do this kind of checks, there is something called as penetration testing. So a normal tester can't do this kind of tests. So a security testing or penetration testing will help you to find out to some extent, like, okay, this all vulnerabilities available. You can't keep everything open. There should be some authentication. That's why many software started making two-way authentication. Like now you go and log in, they will send a OTP to your mobile and they will verify, okay, are you a right guy to log in, like that. So that all came because of this GDPR and all those new constraints. So hope you understood, Lokesh. Okay. So what is data mining? Okay. Uday, what is mean by mining? If you know, you can answer. If not, like, just say no, I can answer. Taking something, correct. So if you go to gold mines, like KGF movie, okay. So when you go to a gold mine, something, like a precious thing is there inside. Okay, you don't just like that go near to what to say, like a Chengalpattu, and you don't dig something and you don't spend some time to take something, because like whether something is there or not. But in a gold mine, if somebody is saying, right, hey Uday, like this is all gold mines, if you dig for 4 feet, right, you may get some thousand worth of gold, like that. You will start digging because for sure something you will be getting benefited at the end of the day. So this kind of things, when you know something is buried inside, but it is not in a proper way. Okay, you want to dig, you want to take that sand, you want to wash it continuously for spending times, and finally you will get a gram of gold in the gold mine. Same thing, you have huge data which is available, but it is all like it looks like useless. If you go, right, you go to a college, okay, on the day like when all the hostel is getting vacated, all the guys will throw all the trash, all the papers, everything, and they will throw. And if you sit and if you collect all the papers and if you read, right, there will be like say like there are some 10,000 papers available there, like all bits and pieces of paper. In that, one or two papers will have a very good story. One guy may wrote some story, or one guy may wrote some very good a poem or a poetry or something like that, right? Is that true or not? So there is a worth data is going to be available, but you have to spend some time, and spending time also, like if you alone sit and search all the 10,000 papers, it is not worth doing that. So there should be a proper process, and there should be a mechanism which can do quickly, and it can say like, see, there is a poem available, like that. If you're going to spend 3 days and sit there and count continuously and look all the papers, and finally saying like there is a 4 line like a story or a 4 line poem is available, like nothing use, it doesn't worth so much. You can just go and pay 5 rupees and you can get a book which is having some 10 to 15 poems. Okay, so same way data mining, there will be huge set of data will be available. If you properly do a mining, if you properly dig and consolidate everything, and if you take, there will be a worth of information. Say for example, like if you go to Facebook and you see like who all wants what, like there will be someone, right? If you go to many groups will be there in Facebook, so go and check any group and see like you if you are planning to sell some biryani shop you have. So there will be people will be asking like, hey, can I get some good biryani in this Chennai city, like that. You can reply to them, hey, I am selling a home cooked biryani, so you can get from me, like that. You can reply to them. If they say yes, then that is a marketing strategy for you. You are going to end up getting a business for the day. So that is also a kind of data mining which you are doing a manual process. But where we have many data, right? Like you are searching so many things in your YouTube. So but YouTube is recommending you to which video to show to you. He is not showing all the videos what you are seeing. If there is a saint or something like yoga freak guy, they will show only yoga related video. If you are a fan of um, Justin Bieber, and if you are watching so much of music, they will show you only those related musics, correct? So similar kind of things. So yeah, that is the algorithm where they will do data, they will process the data, and they will do the mining, and they will do all those activities. So that is called as data mining. Is that answered your question? So data mining is very big topic. So we can't just say in 2 minutes, but at least for a high level, I can say you. Okay. 1 second, I missed some questions here. Okay. Data mining. Okay. After that, does virus like malware, spyware are created by coding? Yes. I don't know how to answer this question. Who will be benefited? Like, say, I'm coming to your home. Okay. I am a glass changer. Like, if you have window glass or something damaged, I can fix it and I can change. So I am a guy who is coming on the street. I'm seeing their entire street is clean. Like there is no glasses or nothing broken. So usually what they will do, maybe like this is an hypothetical position. So he wants to sell some glasses, but that entire street everyone has proper window, everything closed. So what he may try to do, because badly he want to sell, otherwise he can't have a food. So what is the option he can do? Yeah, take a stone and break it. Simple. Correct. So that is how, like, take a stone and break the glass, so finally you will come to me. And if I break it on one day through something, and if I come on next day, right, you will be searching for someone, so the demand will be more. So whenever I come, you will be ready to pay for me. Or if I break it there and if I come there, like, then also, like, there will be somewhat demand, so I can fix it. So someone will be getting benefited because of creating a malware or virus, right? So there is difference between a malware or a spyware or a virus and all those things. So I'm talking only about virus. Okay. So someone will create a code to do something, like, say for example, you and me, we are a competitor companies. Okay, I'm going to submit some project for some event, you are going to submit for same event, but I know, like, you may win the contest, so I want to delete all those files, but I can't come to your office and delete. But instead of that, if I send some normal application file, if that is there in your C program, like, sorry, C colon, if there is a file, I can say, like, read one by one file and keep deleting that file, or rename that file. That is also a virus coding, right? You can write like that, and you can give a pen drive, and which it can automatically trigger that, and it can delete all those files. So someone will be benefited. And so there is something which I want to make it go away. So for that they will do. So that is how the virus will be created. So true, it is all created by some kind of developers or programmers only. It is not automatically created. And what is malware or spyware? All, like, for different reasons they are going to inject something to see. Spyware, in the name itself, it says, like, what is happening in your system, what all you are traversing, like, what is all. If you done a Amazon or Flipkart transaction, and when you enter some credit card number, if I have a malware or spyware in your system, I can read whatever key you are pressing, and it will send an email to me, or it can send the data back to me, so that I can get your credit card information. And if I'm buying something from your credit card, you can't stop me, right? If I immediately purchase something for 1,000 rupees, so you can't do anything. So there will be a benefit behind everything. So they will do all those things. Is that fine, Hari? Okay. And I got one more question. OCA model, doubt. Like, I don't know who asked this question. Is the person available who asked this? Like, can you explain about OSA model? Sorry. Is the person available or not? They are not there. Like, then we can push this for later sometime. Okay, then. I think they are not available today. So let me push this for maybe next. Oh, okay. Oh, Indumati, you are the one. Oh, okay. Yeah, Indumati. Thanks for informing. Yes. So, oh, you have a doubt on OSA model, right? Like, you just want to know, like, how this OSA model works. So let me ask you, like, Hope you can see my screen. So you want to send a message from one mobile to other mobile. It may be an Android mobile and iOS mobile, and you are using WhatsApp to send text. So how the data will be communicated? There should be some way of communication, right? How this will be communicated? So whatever, like now I'm asking you how to get a ticket from a theater. So you can either go stand in a queue, get a ticket and enter, or you can go book an online site and you can get a ticket and you can enter, or you can go stand in front of theater, somebody will sell a ticket in black and you can buy that for extra money and still you can go and enter into that. So whatever the way you do, the final thing is you should have a ticket, and when you go near to the door there will be someone who is verifying the ticket, and the ticket what you have should be a valid one for the particular show. Then you will be allowed inside the theater. So same way, whatever way your mobile app is developed or whatever the mobile technology developed, it may be a cheap 1,000 rupees phone, or it may be like 1 lakh or 2 lakh rupees phone. It may be an Android phone or iOS phone, whatever it is, or it may be a computer and Mac laptop and a desktop. So whenever there is a communication between two same or different devices, it has to follow. Like there may be some difference, as I told, how to get a ticket, but the ticket verification process or how the channel is communicated is going to be same. So many will have their own way, right? Like I used to go stand in a queue and get a ticket and go, but you can use a online thing, and other guy can use a black ticket and he can do. So we can't say like this is how you want to get the ticket and come like that, because each company is different, each application creators are different. So same way now, WhatsApp is different, and Android phone is different, iOS phone is different, everything is different. But end of the thing, everyone has to follow is some set of rules. So that is only called as OSA model. So this all the 7 layers of OSA model what we already saw: physical, data, network, transport, session, presentation, and application. So in this, if you see, whatever data transfers from one place to another, it has to go through this all. Say for example, application is like higher end level, physical is very lower end level. Say like if you are using a WhatsApp, so WhatsApp is an application. If you are using a Gmail is an application. If you are using a Yahoo chat, that is an application. So that all will be application layers. So that application what you installed all will be in this layer. After that it will go to some presentation layer, and there will be some session in the sense like this is like whenever you see, this is a session what we have now, this 1 hour, right? So only in this 1 hour, when whatever I say, you are ready to listen to me. After 1 hour, if I come and open the Zoom, there won't be any students available to listen whatever I say. So that session is a time frame and a proper channel which will be available, and within the time frame on the channel you should communicate. In the same time, if I'm going and talking in my mobile phone, you can't hear. I should talk only through the Zoom, right? So that is how the session works. And transportation is something which carries and takes to next level. And network layer are nothing but like now this transport layer is out of your mobile phone. Now till this session, like in this example, application is with WhatsApp. Presentation is where you went and told hi to your friend. In session is like you logged in and you are ready, and your friend is also logged in and they are also ready in their phone. Now transportation is going to happen. That same hi message is going to be converted, packed up, packaged, everything that is going to transfer. That is going to network. Network, I will say like an example, like from your mobile phone, you are sitting in Chennai. It is going to some Chennai tower, and again from Chennai tower, it is going to some India tower, and from India tower it is going to oh, America tower, because you are going to send a message to me. So what will happen, like the message from Chennai tower, it has to go through American tower via physical. What is meant by physical? Like either a fiber optics which is uh, available below Pacific Oceans, or through the satellite which is Wi-Fi network. Somewhere it will go and it will come to the physical layer in America. So now that hi message what you send from WhatsApp to me is available in American tower. Again it will go to some tower, like I am in Florida, so it will go to some Florida local routers, and again it will come to my network, like my home is in some area, right? So there that there will be one internet tower, so there it will come, and from there the packages all will come, and my WhatsApp is ready, right? So here the package will open. When they open up, like there will be message which will be encrypted. You can see like when you do a chat with your friends in WhatsApp, end to end message encryption available, or it is encrypted something message you can see. So those encrypted logic means data, even though if that is hacked somewhere in middle any of the layers, nobody can read that because it is only between you and me. So it won't be read by anyone. Like it will be like a junk when they open it. It may be like XYZ or something like that. So in the transportation layer, it will open and my session is on. Like if I'm not sleeping and I'm available, it will come and it will present to me. And the presentation layer is where the screen, and it will open up in the WhatsApp and it will say like, hi from Indumati. So this is how it will work. And when it starts from one level, it will go from top to down. And on the receiving end, it comes from down to top. This is how the OSA model works. And this is an example. So when we call as application, it can be any application. I mentioned like a high level application what they use in companies. You can think like HTTPS or a WhatsApp application, whatever application works in this protocols. Presentation is nothing but encryption, what we told. Session is like how you are logged in and available. If I don't even have a WhatsApp and you are trying to send me a message, it won't reach me at any point of time. So again, this all like port numbers, like this all related to that networking and all those things. So it will go through there. And in network, it is IP address and routers, because it has to travel from one country to another country, or whatever, like source and destination. And it will travel through different MAC and switches. Finally, it may be a cable or anything Wi-Fi network, and it will reach. So when it comes on the destination, it will go from down to top and they can read the message. Is that made sense? You got the answer or any doubt? Okay. Any questions, or Indumati, you are clear with this, or you can just unmute and you can ask if you want. Okay, thanks. Okay, we are almost there. Any other questions? If not, I can give you 2 minutes of today's time to enjoy your weekend. Whatever questions, like, you can fill in the feedback form, or you can ask me anytime. And if possible, you try to have a laptop, maybe for upcoming weeks. If that is available, you have an option like laptop or desktop, so that like when we try to explain some code, you want to try something, you can give a try and check. Okay, I thought to walk you through some real software, but today we had some Q&A. So I also saw some feedback like saying to extend the session hours. One thing what I believe is like after 30 minutes, nobody will be having a interest or a concentration to listen all those things. So that's the reason I don't want to make it a huge actually these sessions are planned for like a weekend, like Saturday or Sunday, or Thursday and Friday, like that, for just for 2 days. But I believe like more than 30 minutes, nobody will have an interest to listen what you say and what to listen. So that's why like we split it into 1 hour each day, and we are keep going with that just for making everyone comfortable. Uh, yeah, Visual Studio should be good. Something like where you can execute some C# programs, that should be good if possible. If not, that's fine. Okay, have a wonderful weekend, and enjoy your day and be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Participants fill this feedback form.
Yeah, thank you all. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Fill this attendance link and leave the class. Thank you.